Hi everyone! Thank you for joining us today. Our webinar will begin in just a moment, but we wanted to share this video of a cultural expo featuring EPI teachers from around the world showcasing their culture through a celebration of dance, dress, music, and cuisine. Here is their story.
So all the exchange teachers in Gaston County came together and we decided to have a Cultural Expo 2022, wherein we will showcase our performances, cultural dance, cultural song, food, and of course mingling and getting to know each other from 10 different countries. Everyone was so cooperative, everyone was really helpful.
I took part in a dance that was from African countries. So I put on a national dress. It's called chitenje in my vernacular. And we danced a little bit of Zimbabwean music. So it was great.
They were able to taste of the food, see our cultural dances or songs. So it was a cultural thing where we would be able to feature these countries here. Even though you may not be able to go to the country, you can still taste it. Yeah.
Well, so today the Philippines actually shared all of our cultural dances.
It's been awesome working with different peoples, different cultures. It's been awesome.
There's a lot of support. We get a lot of support. The Gaston County is a big support here. If we need stuff, they are there to help us out. Because bringing us here into their school system it has been amazing because we're able to showcase our country within our classroom as well.
And it was nice looking at gaining new friends and of course looking at each country in a different way.
It is a very supportive community. When I first came, I thought everyone was just smiling, like they know me. So it is a very supportive community. I couldn't say that I haven't had challenges, but when I had the challenges, I know that I have someone that I can talk to, and they are very welcoming, very supportive, and very collaborative.
Cultural exchange is a way to showcase your own culture, at the same time get more knowledge from your students.
So it's just a different way that they are exposed to these cultures where they can learn about it. And probably when they grow up, they may want to visit. So they also asked me, why did you leave your beautiful country to come here? So I said, well, to teach you guys.
I was really touched. One of the students gave me a letter and said that your class is the reason why I go to school. And for me, it means that I'm making a difference, one student at a time.
Hello, and welcome to our webinar, How to Apply to Teach in the USA with EPI. We are Educational Partners International, but we often call ourselves EPI for short. So I will be calling us that throughout this presentation. My name is Anna, and I am the Content Specialist in the Marketing and Communications Department for Educational Partners International. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and before working with EPI, I was a middle and high school science teacher. I'm so happy to be working with a company that supports my passion for authentic cultural exchange through education. Today, I will be talking about EPI's application process. We also want you to take this opportunity to ask any questions that you have about EPI, what we offer, and the application process. You can ask them in the comment box, and we will answer them throughout the presentation. Keep in mind that we won't be able to answer questions about your specific application for privacy reasons. All of those should be emailed to team@teachwithepi.com, where our trained admissions specialist will assist you. During today's webinar, we will discuss how to apply to teach in the U.S. with Educational Partners International. By the end of the presentation, our goal is for you to know how to start your application and what documents you will need. We will also explain the purpose of the application and give you some tips that will make the process go as quickly as possible. If you are joining us for the first time, EPI is a cultural exchange program that brings international teachers to teach in K through 12 schools in the United States. We are dedicated to facilitating cultural exchange in the USA because EPI believes sharing knowledge across cultures and venues improves understanding among teachers, students, administrators, and members of the communities in which we live. This is our core mission, to help exchange knowledge and information between cultures so that we can understand each other better and work together to create a global community. Educational Partners International is an exchange visitor program authorized to sponsor teachers for K through 12 placement in public, private, and charter schools in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Florida. We place teachers in all subjects taught in K through 12 schools. So that means not only foreign languages and English as a second language, but also math, science, art, special education, elementary education, and many more subjects. While we work with schools across the southern United States, our home office is in the mountains of North Carolina, which you can see in this photo. We would love to know where you are from, so please tell us in the comments. And wherever you are joining us from, we are so glad you're here. So, now that you have some background on who we are, it is essential to understand EPI's process. Our process for bringing teachers like you to the United States looks like this. First, you complete an application so that we know you are eligible for our program and will be a strong candidate for cultural exchange. This includes completing a thorough online form, uploading official documents, and 2 interviews with EPI team members. After you've completed the application process, you move to the approved stage, where you interview with one of our partnered schools. Once you complete a successful school interview, you are placed in the school and become an official EPI teacher. Let's take a closer look at the first step, the application. EPI's application is thorough, and it serves many purposes. Filling it out creates a professional profile for schools to look at when considering teachers for interviews. It also helps you collect the documents that you will need to get a visa, travel to the United States, and get your teaching license. Finally, we use the information you provide on the application to decide whether or not you meet our eligibility requirements. Some of the requirements for being an EPI teacher are: you have advanced English skills, you are currently teaching full-time, you have the equivalent of a U.S. bachelor's degree, and you have 2 years of full-time teaching experience. So, you know about EPI, meet our qualifications, and have decided that you want to apply to teach in the USA. How do you get started? The first step is to go to our website, teachwithepi.com. After you answer the eligibility question and click Submit, you can make an account with your email address and start your application. Once you start your application, you should prioritize completing your personal and professional profile as soon as possible to move to the next stage quickly. One of the most common questions our candidates ask is, how long does the process take? Our application makes sure that you can travel and teach in the USA and includes processing all of your documents and 2 interviews with EPI team members. So, how long it takes depends on how quickly you can collect and upload the appropriate documents. Here's a list of documents you will need to upload to your application before you are eligible for school interviews. We ask for copies of all pages of your passport, your diploma and transcripts, a criminal record check, proof of employment, and a credential evaluation from a NACES-approved company. When you are first starting your application, you should prioritize uploading the passport pages, diploma, and transcripts. We will need these documents before we can invite you for interviews with EPI team members. Please keep in mind that the only place you should upload these documents is to the official EPI website, teachwithepi.com. To protect your privacy, you should never upload documents to Facebook. We will not accept documents through our Facebook page or messages. I will now share with you some tips on what you can do to make sure the application process goes as quickly and smoothly as possible. The first step is to read all of our requirements before you apply. You can find a complete list on our website. When completing the application, be sure to read and follow all directions carefully. Proofread all of your answers, as any typos or mistakes made with spelling and dates can make it take longer to review your application. Finally, be sure to create your account with a valid email address and to check your email regularly. We will only be able to discuss your application through email, so it is important that you are looking for communication from EPI about your status. We will now address any questions you have about our program. If you have not submitted yours yet, please ask them now in the comments section, and we will answer them during this broadcast. Here are some of the most common questions we get at EPI. Many applicants want to know how long the EPI program is. We are a 3-year program. People also ask, is there an application fee? The answer is no. There is no application or placement fee. There are other costs associated with your application, such as obtaining your diploma or transcripts, but EPI will never charge you an application or a placement fee. Another question we often get asked is there an age limit? There is no age limit. As long as you meet our basic requirements, you can join the EPI program regardless of your age. Some of those requirements are that you are currently teaching with at least 2 years of full-time teaching experience, you have the equivalent of a U.S. bachelor's degree, and you have advanced English skills. So, now that you know more about how to apply, let's talk about the next steps. If you haven't yet, go to teachwithepi.com and start your application. If you have already applied but have questions about how to continue, email us at team@teachwithepi.com. To end our presentation today, I would like to leave you with this quote as a reminder of why cultural exchange is so important and why we are eager to bring teachers like you to the United States. J. William Fulbright was a U.S. Senator and the founder of the Fulbright program. He said, "The essence of intercultural education is the acquisition of empathy, the ability to see the world as others see it, and to allow for the possibility that others may see something that we have failed to see, or may see it more accurately." We are dedicated to helping teachers like you come to the U.S. to help foster this empathy and learn from each other's unique perspectives. That is what EPI is all about. That's all we have for today. Follow us on Facebook to learn about our upcoming events, as well as to hear more from our current teachers. If you have any more questions, be sure to email us at team@teachwithepi.com. On behalf of everyone at Educational Partners International, thank you for joining us and have a great day.